Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Becca from At Home in the Sun. Today I'm going to be showing you how we do our monthly budget. So I do have some paycheck budget worksheets here that we're going to be using today. So doing a monthly budget is a new method of budgeting that my family and I have been implementing. It is still fairly new for us, so there could be some kinks that we are still working out. It's been going really well for us so far. Budgeting this way on a monthly basis has simplified my budgeting. So anything to make my life a little bit easier I am going to do. So I'm going to walk you through the process that I go through to make our monthly budget. We do get paid twice a month. So when we make our monthly budget, the way that I make it, it's very easy to then split all of the expenses into each of those paychecks. So we're going to go through the process together. If this is the first time you're watching one of my videos, welcome and thank you for watching. Please hit that like button, subscribe to my channel for budgeting videos, cash stuffings, and we do budgeting tutorials as well every now and then. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make a monthly paycheck. So I'm just going to put October. So what I'm doing here is making what I call a standard monthly budget. So things might change a little bit from month to month, but this is pretty much close to how it's going to be every month as far as our bills and our expenses and things like that. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put in our income for the entire month. Now that is something that I do not share with you guys at this time, so I'm not going to put in income right now, but I will go ahead and put in the bills. We do get paid twice a month on salary, so we do know how much we're going to get in each paycheck. If your salary fluctuates from week to week, I would suggest putting in low-end numbers here. You can always work with more money, but if you put in high-end numbers, then you might come up short with some of your other categories when we're doing the rest of our budget. So if you have fluctuating pay, definitely go for the low-end numbers of what you expect to get. All right, so for our bill section here, I'm going to put in every bill that we have to pay for the entire month and a high-end amount. So if we have some things that fluctuate like our power bill or our utility bill, I'm gonna put a higher end amount here to make sure that we have enough money to cover. And a lot of our other bills do stay the same. So I'm gonna go ahead and write in our bills for the entire month. Okay, so I put in all of our bills. Now, some of these aren't necessarily bills, but I do put them in the bill category. For example, giving, that's not a bill, but we do factor that into our budget every month. Also, tithes, we do tithe on every paycheck. So things like that are technically not bills, but I do put them here. So for us, we have mortgage, tithes, utility, power, car insurance, phones and internet, security, our HELOC, which is a debt payment, life insurance, cloud storage, streaming. We just canceled Netflix, but we did sign up for Disney Plus, so that's what that is for. Giving and braces. So this is payments for my daughter's braces. So right now, these are the bills that we are responsible for on a monthly basis. So you would put all of your amounts in here. I do not share our income or the amounts for our bills on my channel, but when you're filling out your own paycheck budget, you would write that in, all of your bills. So stuff like your utilities and your power bill, which does fluctuate, definitely put in a high-end number just to make sure that you have enough margin in your budget. All right, so the next category that we are going to work on is our cash envelopes. So for us, these are the categories that we are stuffing in cash. We do pull out money out of the bank and cash stuff these specific categories every month. All right, so these are our cash envelope categories and the amounts that I have decided to stuff on a monthly basis. So we have birthdays, you and me, spruce up. This is toiletries, beauty and clothing. Massage, that's self-care. We have health, which covers prescriptions, co-pays, supplements. Pets, which covers our dog, our chickens, and our quail. Gifts, kids, which basically covers allowances and our fun money for doing play dates and fun things with the kids. So those are our cash envelope categories. And I did have to work with all of my numbers on my budget to find a number that would work for us. So remember, this is money for the whole month. This is not money from each paycheck that we are writing down here. So the next category here is digital checking. These are basically expense categories that I leave in our checking account, and I just spend the money straight from the checking account. I do not pull the money out to cash stuff. For our digital expenses, we have groceries, Amazon, lawn, garden, husband and miscellaneous, and this is for the whole month. I'm trying really hard to bring our grocery budget down. I have a plan in place. We're going to start shopping at a wholesale club, and hopefully we are able to bring this down. I know this is a really big number. This is for the whole month. I do have 3 growing kids who eat a lot, and we do have some special needs dieting stuff in our house, gluten-free. We eat a lot of meat and protein. We eat really, really healthy, and you guys know that if you eat healthy, it's very expensive. So that is what we are spending about every month. But like I said, I am going to try really, really hard to bring that down. All right, so moving on to our sinking funds. So a sinking fund is a long-term savings fund. So this would be something like saving for holidays, saving for a vacation or traveling, saving up for a home renovation or something like that. So long-term savings. And right now I am keeping all of our sinking funds in a high yield savings account. I have them all organized into different buckets in our high yield savings account, and I do add money to them on a monthly basis. Let's take a look at our sinking funds. Some of these funds here are more important than other ones, so the numbers can fluctuate if we need to change them. For example, our emergency savings and things like life insurance and property taxes, those things are very important. Those need to get money every single month. Other things are less important, like maybe traveling, field trips, saving up for a new refrigerator, and saving up for a future car. Those things do not have to get funded every single month. So if we're short on cash and we need to pull it from somewhere, those would be things that we could definitely adjust. But right now, this is just kind of like our model budget for the month, where I can look at every single month and adjust the numbers as needed. So for my sinking funds, we do have an emergency fund, yearly subscriptions, Thanksgiving, vet, car tags, life insurance. We have 2 life insurances on here. We have a life insurance here with sinking funds, and we have a life insurance over here with bills. They are for different people, so that's why they're in different places. Homeschool subscriptions, property taxes, car care or maintenance, home care or home maintenance, vision, that's saving up for glasses and contacts, home renovations. We have some renovations we do need to do in our home at some point, saving up for a new refrigerator, saving up for a future car, field trips for my kids, homeschool streaming hours that they use to watch things, educational things, traveling, and Mother's Day and Father's Day. So traveling, this number changes a lot. I am putting a lot of money into it for the next few months because I do want to go see my family, hopefully before the end of the year. So sometimes this number does fluctuate, but for right now, that's what we're putting in for the next few months. So we are doing a zero-based budget. So we take our income minus everything else here that we have done, and whatever is left over, that is what we have left to put into our savings. This is not investing. My husband takes care of all of that, so I don't talk about investing on my channel. That's not my forte. He takes care of all investing. We don't even see that money like with his paycheck. He takes care of all of that on his side. So for us, we are already putting some money into our emergency savings fund, so $350 a month. So the savings down here, this is for me to do savings challenges on my channel. So I do still like to do really fun games and really fun savings challenges. So I do pull cash out of the bank and I do cash stuff savings challenges. It's been a really fun way for us to save up money for like a vacation or a trip or something that's coming up that we need to save for. So I am still going to be doing like fun savings challenges and games with this money. So for us, after we have subtracted everything for the income, we do have $400 left over. If none of these numbers change, we will have $400 left over to do those fun savings challenge games. So I'm just going to write 400 here for our savings challenges. And I will take this 400 and I will divide it up among whatever savings challenges that I am doing at the time. So once again, this is basically how a zero-based budget works. You have your income minus all of your expenses, your sinking funds, your savings, and that should all equal out to zero. That is what a zero-based budget is. So basically you are giving every dollar a job. So if you are struggling with your budget and you don't have an income problem, you have a spending problem, and you don't know where all of your money is going, this is very, very helpful to write everything out, give every dollar a job, and do not overspend in any category. So after I have our model monthly budget done, what I do is I take two different colors. So today we're going to use pink and blue. And I'm going to assign every single category on this monthly budget to one of our paychecks. So like I said, we do get paid twice a month. So for everything that is going to be covered by our mid-month paycheck, I'm going to highlight blue. And everything that's going to be covered by our end of the month paycheck, I'm going to highlight pink. So then I can visually see what needs to go on each paycheck. And then I can take a new paycheck budget worksheet and I can fill out one for each paycheck. So this one's going to be for the mid-month, and then I'll have another blank one here for the end of the month. So I just have to look at what I've highlighted here and transfer all of these numbers over to the corresponding paycheck. So whether it's mid-month or end of the month. All right, so I have everything color coded here. And so blue we said was going to be mid-month and pink was going to be the end of the month paycheck. All right, so once we have everything color coded, now we can easily see which paycheck is going to cover which expenses. It did take me some time to figure out what was going to work, but I did get everything worked out and decided, what paycheck was going to cover what. Some of my categories are highlighted both colors, like emergency. So for emergency, we're going to put in part of this $350 with one paycheck and part of it with another paycheck. So that's why that is two colors. Same thing with this, that will get split between the paychecks. And I think there's one more right here, our tithe. So we do tithe on both paychecks. So that's why those are both colors. And one thing that I did forget to do was the savings. Savings is going to come out of the mid-month paycheck. So I'm going to highlight that one blue. So once I have everything color coded for my monthly budget, I would get a new worksheet and I would start on my mid-month paycheck. And I would transfer everything in blue to my mid-month paycheck and then get a separate sheet for my end of the month paycheck, so everything in pink. So once you have this all set, it's very easy to come in and change the numbers around for each paycheck. If you're needing a little bit more money in one category and you need to pull from another category, you have everything already set up for you. So super, super easy to go in and change the numbers. So this method has been working really, really well for us, assigning all of our expenses and everything to a paycheck and then funding them once a month. So I hope this video was helpful for you. If you have any more questions about how we do our monthly budget, please leave them down below in the comments. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.